I finished everything that I wanted to do in Magic Kingdom, but it's only 2 o'clock. So let's go play Bus Roulette. All right, so what is Bus Roulette? Well, it's exactly what it sounds like. I am gonna walk down by the buses, and whatever bus I see, I'm gonna hop on. And I'm gonna head to that resort. And I'm gonna get myself some lunch because I'm pretty hungry. So let's go see what I can find. The first choice comes with, do we go right or left? Do we head towards 1 through 10 or 11 to 34? All right, with our first choice, we decided to go right because there are more options this way. So we're gonna see, coming this way, where we end up. All right, so we have another right and left choice. Where do we go? All right, as I was walking up, a Pop Century bus pulled up, so we are heading over to one of my sister's favorite resorts that I have not stayed at, Pop Century. Let's see what we can find to eat. For our first stop in Bus Roulette, we stopped at Pop Century and we got something to eat. We got the sesame chicken with some fresh veggies and some rice. And then of course, if you're at Pop Century and you're doing food, you gotta try the rainbow cheesecake. I've never had this before, so I'm super excited to try it. But that is our food that we got, and we filled up our cup again with some Sprite. So we are gonna start with trying a piece of the sesame chicken. It looks good, nice big piece of chicken. I did cut it up because it is like a big piece of chicken. So just to make it easier to eat, I cut it up a little bit, but chicken is nice and fresh, light meat. We'll see how it is. Is it the best sesame chicken that I've ever had in my life? No, not even close. But it's really good. Like, it tastes like very standard Chinese takeout. It's flavorful. It's got a gooiness to it, which is nice. The texture is nice. The chicken is very fresh. I like it. Like, it's not something that I wouldn't mind getting again. Let's see how the veggies are. So we got a nice big piece of broccoli. So the broccoli has a little bit of a crunch to it. It's not super crunchy, but there is a crunch to it. You can tell that it is made daily. It is not very flavorful. It's broccoli, and they clearly don't put any kind of seasoning on it, which is okay, but it's broccoli. Like, if you're looking for a veggie, like, this is some solid broccoli. So I don't hate on it, but overall, the sesame chicken at Pop Century, pretty good. I forgot to do the rice. It's rice. This one's very bland white rice. There's no seasoning to it at all. There's no flavor. It's white rice. I like, when I get Chinese food, to put the soy sauce on the rice. I love white rice with soy sauce. It's something that, like, in college, when I was a broke college student, I would eat that for meals. I used to actually always eat it on Survivor night. It made me feel like I was part of the show. I didn't look to see if they had soy sauce up there. I would look on my way out to see if there is, to let you know if you were somebody like me who would like a little soy sauce on it. But it's white rice. It's cooked good. Like, it's cooked thoroughly. It's not going to be anything great. It's white rice. But if you get it with the piece of the chicken and you just kind of like smash it onto the chicken, that makes it better. And now to try the thing that everybody talks about when they talk about coming to Pop Century, the tie-dye rainbow cheesecake. I feel like I need to start this segment by telling you cheesecake is one of my favorite desserts. I have a tie for my favorite dessert between cheesecake and tiramisu. If it's on a menu, I will order it. I love both very, very much. I am so excited to try this because you always hear about it, but I've had some really good cheesecake in my life, so let's see. Okay. Got a good chunk. It's got some like red velvet cake on the bottom. Let's see how it is. Mm-hmm. Okay. So it's a nice, smooth, creamy cheesecake. That's exactly like texturally what you want with a cheesecake. Red velvet cake on the bottom is very nice, very chocolatey. I don't know if it's just me or if it's actually in there, but I'm tasting like a little lemonness to it. Again, I don't know if that's just like me tasting lemon for some reason or if lemon is actually in there, but there's definitely a little lemon vibe to it, in my opinion. So, overall, solid cheesecake. Is it the best cheesecake I've ever had? No. But it's a really good cheesecake. So, I'm a fan. I would like to point out, though, the cheesecake stains your lips. Because my lipstick's pink, not blue. But keep that in mind. All right, so we finished our food at Pop Century. So now we are waiting out at the buses to hop on whatever bus comes first to get back to a park. So we can get on whatever bus comes first there to go to another resort. No, I'm not going back into Magic Kingdom. I'm not going to go into Animal Kingdom. I'm not going to go to the Springs. I'm going to literally just take a bus back to where I can get buses to hotels and do my bus roulette with hotels. So let's see where we go. All right, our first bus showing up is Springs Typhoon Lagoon. So we're hopping on that to get to another resort. So we're on the bus headed to Springs now. I could hop off and do something at Springs, but I don't like Disney Springs. If you want to know why, ask in the comments and I'll tell you. Change of plans. Because to get to the buses to go to a different resort, I had to go through security. So I hate Disney Springs because it's overly crowded. It is too hot. It is just an outdoor mall. I used to love it when it was downtown Disney. It was one of my favorite days. It was so relaxing. But now I hate it. Doesn't look to be that bad. But the next thing we were going to do was buy something anyway. So we're going to go check out World of Disney. World of Disney, for those of you who don't know, is a massive, massive Disney store that used to be cooler. I hate the re-theme. I hate the layout. I know like change is necessary, but I love the old school Disney store vibes. Let's see what we can find to buy. I do love a Wishable, and this is kind of fun. Maybe we come back to that. We never come back to it because even though I shopped, I came up with a different idea. So since we had to go through security to get to another bus to go to a resort, we're gonna just do something at Disney Springs. We're gonna do an activity. Little known fact, there is this really awesome photo pass studio. And with my annual pass, I have photo pass. So let's go do a photo shoot. So that took all of about like 5 minutes. It was so fun. It's right next to Ghirardelli's if you are looking for it. So you walk past World of Disney, past Ghirardelli's, and you're gonna see it behind it. Or Ghirardelli's. I don't know how anybody says it anymore, but I grew up saying Ghirardelli's, so Ghirardelli's. But that's so fun. And here are my pictures. This is randomly the main thing that I enjoy about Disney Springs, the Jelly Bean Wall. I will spend too much money here.
smells so good in here. So good. Alright, we are on our way back to the buses after spending too much time and too much money at Disney Springs to see where we go next. And whatever resort it is, we are going to buy merch there, even though I just bought a whole bunch of stuff here at Disney Springs. But the thing here was a task. So we did our photo studio. But now we're headed to the buses. Let's see what's there. So the bus pulling up as I arrived at the bus area is Port Orleans. So that is where we're going to, which is kind of fun because I've stayed at Port Orleans before. So I'm excited to go walk around it again. I loved that resort. It's also kind of nice, since this task is going to be by resort specific merch, that it's a resort I've actually stayed at. So that's kind of fun. But here is our bus with our bus roulette. Port Orleans. Let's go. And we've arrived at Port Orleans. So we are going to find the shop, because I forget where it is, and look around and get something that says Port Orleans on it. I remember loving the shops here. Oh, this is the smaller, worse one. Dang it. So that was a quick stop. We went into the store and we got ourselves some New Orleans themed merch, but it doesn't say Port Orleans. Just because there was Tiana oven mitts and I love to cook, so we got those. I'll show you them when I get back to my room though, because we are headed to the bus terminal to hop on whatever bus we see, and then we're just gonna board the All-Star Music one and call it a day on Bus Roulette. So listen, we took the bus from Port Orleans to Hollywood Studios because that was the next bus stop. And my bus stop from my resort was literally right across the way, and it's pulling up as I walk up. Bus Roulette worked out really well for me. So that's a wrap on Bus Roulette as we head back to the hotel. Bus Roulette is just a fun way to change up your Disney trip and help you to see other resorts and other places and just kind of let the day plan itself. If you liked this video, please like, subscribe, and share. And I hope you find your magical balance